Hello, everyone, and welcome to Measured Fixed. Today is day 149 of my 21-day fast. So, I really appreciate all you all tuning in and coming to my channel, however you heard about it, and just listening to me for a little bit to get my insight on this journey that I began way back at the end of March. I decided at that time to stop eating in order for me to address some health issues that I have. Since then, I have ingested water, tea, minerals, electrolyte powder, and some coffee. So for the last 150 days, I have abstained from any type of, let's say, substance. It's really it's really weird because sometimes when I tell people throughout this journey, it's there's been a lot of things that have happened, and over the next, I hope, let's say 20-25 days, I will be recording more videos and releasing them over time so you all can have an insight to this journey. What happens when I tell people that I haven't eaten for, let's say, 21, 35, 100, 150 days? Most people ask me, well, you drink juice or you drink, you know, protein shakes or something like that. And it's really, I had to stop becoming, let's say, quote unquote, offended by it, because I don't. When I tell someone that I haven't eaten, I really do reiterate that I haven't eaten anything. So most likely I'll tell someone, hey, I have not eaten anything but water for the last 50 days. And they're like, oh, you're taking in this. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm water. Oh, well, what about this? No, water. So it's very, very hard for people to understand that water is what we need, electrolytes are what we need. And what I'm finding out after not eating any food for 150 days, there are a lot of other things that you may want to consider ingesting. So, throughout this 150 days, I've been traveling and I've gone places and experienced, family picnics, family gatherings, spent time with my friends, been out of the country, whatnot. And, uh, you know, so I've been able to experience what it's like to tell someone that you haven't eaten for quite some time on many different levels. And the overall response that I've gotten along this journey has been, it's been absolutely amazing. And I kind of feel bad sometimes for not recording it and not coming back to you all and saying, hey, this is what's happening, things of that nature. And maybe that's a little bit of a carrot and stick so you all can start that journey yourself. And, you know, during this time, I've lost, roughly, let's say, 180, maybe 200 pounds. I still continue to lose about a pound a day, so um, my my overall health, I would say, is pretty good. I feel absolutely fabulous. However, there are a couple issues that have come up in the last, let's say, 30 days that my doctor and I will be addressing soon. As I said, I've been traveling, so I haven't been able to get to my doctor as regularly as I have when I'm at home. So um, there's a couple things that he and I have discussed over the phone, and I plan to go in the next couple of days here and do some tests. And it's nothing to be alarmed about. It's just that when you decide not to eat, what I've learned is that this is uncharted territory. There's there's persons on the internet and things of that nature who haven't eaten for 150 days, and I don't, I haven't watched their channels, and I don't, I don't know what their struggles are. Maybe I should have done that. However, I think that when I decided to go, when I decided to do, start this journey, I knew that, based on my first interactions with my doctor, who was a very, very good doctor, and he is quote unquote plugged into the network of doctors who are trying to change the paradigm when it comes to medical science about this weight loss and about the challenges that so many people face throughout, on this planet when it comes to maintaining and controlling our weight. So when a person walks into his office who's morbidly obese and says, "Hey, I'm going to stop eating," well, actually, I walked into his office and said, "Hey, I have not eaten in 21 days. How much longer do you think I can go?" And at that point in time, of course, he told me to stop immediately, and that was 130 days ago. So, as you can see, he and I have come to an understanding, and that understanding is that. He is a doctor, and he is very versed, and he understands the human body way more than I do. However, this is my body, and I'm going to do with it as I please. So I need his professional opinion, professional guidance. So that being said, I encourage all of you, everyone who tunes into this, to understand that your health is your responsibility, and that was one of the driving factors on why I decided to stop eating at the end of March, and to see what I could do about changing the trajectory that I was on as a person, and the change in most things has been 1,000% positive. If you watch some of my early videos, day 30, day 80, whatnot, I was still measuring my ketones and sugar levels and things of that nature. And once I got into like day 50, I stopped doing that so much frequently, because I realized that those markers were not the markers that were really important. To me, what was really important were my key blood levels, my my trace minerals, my vitamins, my electrolytes, excuse me, things of that nature. So I was monitoring those things via blood work, and those things stayed where they were supposed to be. However, my phosphorus that dipped a little low, so I started easing that phosphorus in there. And as of recently, I have experienced some things that I think are indicative of a B vitamin deficiency. So I've started to take the nutritional yeast, and try to increase my electrolytes a little bit more. Try to make sure that I'm getting that 4,000 milligrams of electrolytes every day, along with a little salt. As far as how I feel, I've been maintaining, all my energy levels. It's really peculiar to think that on Monday, I was at day, let's say, 145, and I was having I did have, bowel movements. So when I ask myself logically, how in the world can a person who has not ingested any type of food, and I mean solid food, for 150 days, what is being passed from my body? The anxiety that comes from using the restroom and wondering what's in the commode, it's something that is unique, and it's unique because no one doesn't eat for 150 days. So when you get to those type of milestones, what happens is you're in, once again, uncharted territory. So what you're experiencing is something that you are experiencing most likely alone. I don't know how many people on this planet right now haven't eaten for 150 days. Sure, there's, what, 100, maybe 200, if that many. So when the things that you may experience if you go on a prolonged fast like this, and mind you, when 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 I look at some of these social media posts and persons are talking about fasting and things of that nature. What kind of started me down this journey was Dr. Sebi, along with Dick Gregory. And Dick Gregory has a very good video on YouTube about fasting, and he really breaks it down. He really talks about what a fast is, and he goes into and he talks about how a true fast, how I consider what I consider a true fast. And I'm not here to question Dick Gregory at all. What I consider a true fast is pretty much what he says. A true fast is nothing but air. When you're fasting and you're taking in air, that's a true fast. The next level of that is a person who's taking in water. I consider that a fast also. Anything else besides that, if you're drinking juice or you're drinking chlorophyll or anything else that will stimulate an insulin response, that is not a fast. You are ingesting something, your body is reacting to it, and based on that reaction, you are digesting that. So in my mind, if you're on an apple fast, you eat one apple a day, or you're juicing 14 carrots and you drink that in the morning, that's not a fast. And in order for you to understand the benefits of a fast, you need to realize that scientifically, you're not fasting when you put anything in your body that is stimulating a insulin response. So if you're trying to get into autophagy and you're trying to kill cancer and you're trying to kill AIDS and you're trying to kill all the other viruses that may be present inside your body, you're not doing that with any of those things that will stimulate an insulin response. So you can, call it something else if you would please, but, change from calling it a fast because it is not. So for me, you know, when I decided to do this, and the reason why I'm continuing, I would say, is because of what happened on Monday. I if I am 150 days on a water only fast, and I'm still passing things that are endotoxins that when I'm passing them, I feel a lot better. And when the process of as I said in a couple of other videos, the process between the handoff between my small intestine and my large intestine has become a little less strenuous. However, at the same time, I am very aware of it, and I don't think I should be aware of that type of pass. I think that it's something that should naturally happen. So when it's happening and it's something that is causing me discomfort a little bit, I think that it is something that I need to continue because I still have things inside of me that shouldn't be there. And as I've stated in the past, the only way to get those things out is with the absence of food. So as long as I continue to fast and I'm continuing to pass these things, I think I should continue. However, I am getting really close to my goal weight. I do believe that as I said, I'm getting a little low on B vitamins. So I think that let's say day 175, 180 most likely will be my last day. I know that in the past, some of the I know that there's other people who have gone for 150 to 200 days. I think I think I'm comfortable with 175 days. I think that, let's say I have a bowel movement on day 175, I think I'm still comfortable with starting the refeed process, because I do believe that that I've achieved my goal per se. However, whatever happens on day 180 or 185 or whatever, we'll go from there. So just keep in mind that, from this video, I wanted to say thank you all for joining me on this journey. And, we're at day 150. You see the changes in my body over the time that I've been recording these videos. I've once again, I've lost, anywhere between, let's say, 180 to 200 pounds. And the reason why I don't have that exact number is because I don't weigh myself. I've said in the previous videos, to me, weighing myself is a waste of time. I'm not eating anything, so why in the world would I worry about what I'm weighing? Once again, my channel is called Measured Fix, so I guess measuring your weight would be a part of the fix. However, I think the ultimate measurement is the fact that I'm not eating anything. So, I try to upload videos as much as possible, and over these next, let's say, 20 days, I'm really going to try to upload a lot more videos, just to go back and explain parts of the journey, what got us to this 150, and go from there. But I wish everyone out there, the best of luck on their weight loss journey. And just make sure, as I've said before, turn your body into a science experiment. No one's going to take better care of you than you. So, and find solace and comfort in knowing that, when you don't eat, you're really doing the best thing that you can for your body. There's nothing really I can think out there. Well, I haven't eaten for 150 days, but sometimes what would happen during this journey is I'm like, okay, well, I want to eat, and then, I know that, once I got to a certain point, the refeed process is going to be something that is, that has to be handled with very carefully. So even once I start thinking about, what I am going to eat, at this point, of course, we all have cravings, and everyone loves snacks because they're designed for you to do such. So I think that, hopefully that, as I said, during the next, 20, 30 days, that I'm able to, upload more videos and talk to you all more about this journey and some of the challenges I may have faced, and some of the, things that have happened to me over the last 150 days or 180 days at that point, that have been great, because there has been so many things. Literally, I mean, when Dr. Sebi was talking about, when you start a journey like this, sometimes you actually become scared at the way that your body will lose weight. However, for me, when I started my journey, I was so far on one side that I went back and I looked at myself on day 55. I hadn't eaten any food for 55 days, and the person I was on after not eating food for 55 days and presumably losing 55 pounds, I wasn't even close to being happy. And right now I am ecstatic. So it is a journey. It is something that you all can do. And I'm serious in that. I look at people every day, and I tell people, sometimes, and believe me, I don't lead with the fact that I haven't eaten in 155 days, or 150 days, excuse me. I don't lead with that at all. It's something that I kind of reluctantly tell people, because it goes down, as I said, that rabbit hole of this, and you can't do that, and you can't do that, and you know, it's funny because people say you can't do that. You have to do this, and I'm like, well, I am, and I'm right here in front of you. So what are you trying to tell me, that I can't do something that you're looking at? So it's astounding to them because they, very rarely do you see a person who hasn't eaten for 150 days. So when it comes down to it, as I said, I was 55 days in. I looked at a picture of me, and I was like, wow, you've come so far. And at that point in time, I hadn't realized how far I had to go. So I've been avoiding mirrors. So, and I still do. And I think it's a subconscious thing. Once you get to a certain weight, I know for me, I don't dig mirrors too much. But, you know, we're going to continue this journey. We're going to continue making progress, continue taking care of ourselves. And I don't know why I'm speaking of myself in third person. But I'm going to continue to do all those things, making sure I'm getting my liquids, making sure I'm getting my vitamins and things of that nature. And once again, I do thank you all for joining me on this journey. And as I said, I will be hopefully trying to release more videos and recording more videos so that we can, so you can get a little bit more insight on how it's been for me over these, last 150, possibly 180 days. So once again, thank you for joining. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.